Hello, everybody. This is Kevin Bendezou of RTF, aka Rolling the Film. Yes, that podcast. So today I'm just going to be talking a little bit as to why we haven't been uploading very much. It's nothing tragic or anything like that. We're going to still continue to try and upload content as much as possible. It's just that we've been very busy, and I think in our first podcast we mentioned that too, that we're all college students and our schedules all fluctuate and whatnot. But this is Brian and mine's last quarter at UC Irvine. So we've both been really busy just trying to fulfill requirements. Especially Brian, I think he was taking on a job, internship, like multiple classes. So he was definitely stressed out, and so we agreed not to do a podcast just because. For now we agreed not to do any podcasts just because we like the dynamic we already have, and if we can't have one member, I think the product really suffers. So we haven't been doing that much recently, but in the last few weeks we've been talking to one another, and our schedules have kind of calmed down a little bit. I think Brian talked to some counselors, and he was able to I don't know what he did. He's kind of a wizard when it comes to this stuff. I think he just switched his schedule and he can still graduate. I think Isaac is a lot less busy because it's the end of the quarter and he's finishing up too. But we still don't. I don't know. We're busy, but we're not. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it, but the point is, we agreed to instead of coming together for the podcast, we would just play a game, just de-stress ourselves, and we've been enjoying it. So we decided, hey, why not upload this content? So that's what you're seeing right now. I think last week I uploaded. It was a game of me and Brian playing together. Brian and our other friend Mo were in it. Their just mics were off. I thought it was odd that both their mics didn't work. They didn't fix the settings. But I thought it was fine with that match that I uploaded just because Brian and I did most of the talking, so I don't feel like the audience is left out. So you can expect much more of this as of right now, just some basic Fortnite commentary. Not commentary, but just games, and you can hear all of our voices into it. I might do some post-gameplay commentary like this just to update you guys on what we're working on. In terms of production or in terms of anything film-related, Isaac and I are working on a short story. We put that to a halt, obviously, when we couldn't work on the podcast, because that's when we would meet up. But we're starting to pick it up again, or we're going to start picking it up again. I think Isaac's taking a trip to Mexico, so as soon as he comes back, we're going to start working on that. We do want to continue to expand, build a website, and just create more content that can be consumed easily. Obviously, we would like to do the podcast, and we're definitely going to start doing that in the summer. I would love to do a website. Also, this Fortnite stuff is really easy. All we do is play together, and the PlayStation 4 already has a built-in recording feature. So it's really easy to just store it on USB and upload this. And honestly, it's really fun. It's really stress-relieving, and I think it showcases what the podcast showcases, just different personalities coming together and having fun. So you can expect a lot more of Fortnite. We would definitely like to do some short films, because when we were starting the podcast, we had a couple of projects lined up, but like everything else, it just kind of fell apart. No excuses. That's definitely on our bad. But like I said, we're gonna start picking things up, and I think this YouTube channel is really gonna showcase that. I'm gonna try and upload some more of our podcast. I think our first two videos are episodes of our podcast, but just with a graphic over it. So I might do more of that. It doesn't really interest me because I don't think people really want to look us up. But I think it's easy it might be easier for someone to just look up on YouTube as opposed to I don't know, iTunes. So you could definitely expect more of that. Maybe more content talking about ourselves. But yeah, I mean, don't forget about RTF. We are definitely coming, coming back with a vengeance. I'm looking at the gameplay as I'm recording, and it's just really bad. It's really dull. So I think this is a perfect. Actually, this is a really bad game to do it with. But it's my choice. I think this is really showcases how bad I am at this game. I think that's one of the strengths of this podcast. I think it's me taking myself way too seriously, and then Brian and Isaac bashing me. And I think it's the same thing with Fortnite. I'm just really bad, and they tell me that I'm bad, and I just I think I'm comic relief. I think that's about it when it comes to updating you guys on everything that we're working on. I don't think I have to be that formal because our audience isn't really that big, but I do want to make sure everyone knows that we are putting forth an effort, and you should expect to see more content. Also, you'll hear me talk about this a lot while playing Fortnite, but my internet is just garbage. It's just your internet from 2003 was probably better than what I have right now. So that actually does affect me uploading YouTube videos. It's horrendous. It's embarrassing. I could tell you stories about it. I would love to know if you guys would like to hear more about individual films. Like maybe I could review a movie through this. I think that's a bad idea, but just give me some ideas for topics I could talk about over Fortnite, or just whatever. I might upload my own video essays. That would be pretty fun too. I would like to go, but this game is so boring that I think I'll just talk over the whole thing, because nothing's really happened. I mean, I'm just keep on smashing things so I could have supplies. It seems like I'm going to confront a group, which is an awful idea. All right, the battle has begun. This is typically my strategy, is to stay behind. It's a great strategy. See, that's one of our best players, Winzaddy. He's already dying. So what am I doing? This is really bad. I'm not helping them at all. How did I miss? That was awful. If you want to see more bad gameplay, then you're in the right channel. So don't forget about RTF. We are here. We are here to stay. I love all 4 of you that are gonna watch this. You're great. You can continue to watch whatever this is, but I will see you later.